Okay, whether we air this or not, this is just for our pure enjoyment. So, or I'm debuting some shit. Like, we're gonna look at what I'm wearing first, but
Oh, nice.
embroidered, bitch. Oh yeah.
Stick it to him.
I believe
Stick
that
it to him.
this is gonna have to appear in one of the next music videos.
Fuck yeah.
And you know, we talked about this song, and I thought how fucking appropriate.
Oh, nice. That's something they say like in the army, you know?
Anya Farber.
Nice.
And that's why it's Army Green, baby. Also, the song where they call Biden a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me Meshuga. Ani Meshuga. I fucking love those people. So shout out to them. I've sort of forgotten their name at the moment. And then I'm wearing the newest version of the female jacket.
Look at you. All snazzed up.
Snazzed up for you, Mr. Or Georgie. I have to flex a little. And of course my signature Ifo Hagim shirt. Because you yourself on, I believe it was like our original podcast, said point blank, don't worry, I will find you a good man in Israel.
Yes. אני אמצא לך גבר טוב. גבר טוב טוב. גבר כמו שצריך הוא יהיה. משובח, מבשל בשישי, מדליק נרות. גבר כזה.
I like that you lean in for those. It's very mafioso.
You have to get into character, you know what I mean?
You are a character. Okay, so I feel like we didn't even start properly. So, hello everyone. I am Anya Farber, your host of the Zionist AF podcast, and everyone's already like, I know, shut up, Anya. We know who's here. It's Or Georgie, and on stage, Georgie. But Bivakasha, could you just sit up a little so we can all see the very amazing shirt?
Yes, well, it's, it's upside down, I think, right?
No, I'm reading it correctly. It
only I see it upside down.
For you are seeing it reversed. Not upside down. Lovey, it's not upside down. It's just reversed for you, but it comes out correctly. So don't worry.
Is there a word for something being like mirrored? You know what I mean? Is there a word for it?
Is there a word for mirror?
No, when something is mirrored.
Reversed. It's just reversed. That's all.
Okay. I'll go with you on this one.
Yeah. So
sounds kind of lazy though.
We can't all be lyricists like you, sir. And on that note, bahatz the fucking ha to anyone who's like, also, I want you to know new press pass. New press pass has arrived with the current picture.
Woo! Yeah. Pressing that pass, aren't we? Really pressing it up.
Listen, in the airport, that's what it does. It goes. So I don't think it's going to work on the Aliyah flight. I don't think they care about my press pass on the Aliyah flight.
I don't know.
Is that when I can flex Aliyah over press?
Well, why not both? You know what I mean?
Lama lo.
Yes. Gam v'gam.
So listen, you just missed your little bro Saul. He went out to Yale baseball game with his friend Ben Aviad. Hi, Ben Aviad. Yes, we always say Ben.
Chop some trees.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh, so it's already with the fake out.
What?
I had to grab that.
Oh. He
What's
came
up,
back in.
man?
Well, he left already because Ben Aviad forgot his sunglasses. Ben Aviad, forgetting your sunglasses. So Sally had to go in and get an extra pair.
Straight up, just not protected from the sun at all.
God, I mean,
like, dude, come on. You have to step up your game.
Ben's Israeli too. I feel like he is just falling behind.
Dude, the sun ain't slowing down. If you don't want to, so you got to step up your game.
Got to step up your game. Speaking of stepping up your game, maybe throw me a great transition. Or
yes.
So listen, I mean, you have been one of the most frequent guests on mini clips regular clips of the podcast all the way from the beginning, Leafnay, the video podcast,
Oh yeah.
or was on just the audio version that we used to have. So, you know, I don't know if I cannot sport. I love my coat, but it's getting a little calm.
Well, that's fine.
Calm. So, we're just gonna rock the t-shirt for today. But I also wanted you to know. I'm gonna try to do this without making a mess. No, I dropped some shit for the doggy.
Aww. Well,
I hear him.
yeah, well, I think this is one of these times where it's very appropriate to be called a Zionist dog, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm Zionist AF, and bahatz lefakicha if you can't handle it, because oh my god,
you have to learn how to handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I feel like anyone who just sounds like that, I feel like there should be like some sort of like exception to assault in the law where like bitch slapping like some sense into someone like that should be allowed. Just saying.
Yeah, maybe so.
I need amnesty because I broke into a building and spray painted, but like I like police and stuff. I'm hungry.
Yeah, people really do need a struggle for their character arc to develop. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I don't know. I feel like that was yet another transition. But before we transition to struggle and all of that, and like balagans and all the mishigas that is life in and of itself, can we please just talk about the fact that not only did you recently drop the single and that, I'm sorry, fucking awesome video.
It really was.
We should.
She's not exaggerating one bit.
I'm not, and it's not that I had a hand in any of it at all, which is why I would be like, obviously it was.
Both things can be true simultaneously. You know what I mean? Yes. You can have a hand at something and
not mutually exclusive. Yes, I know.
And it's being awesome, you know.
But I do want to say before we even get into all of that, a huge thank you and shout out to the police. I'll let you announce them because I'm sorry. And, you know, I told you right after my family friend got married there.
Really?
Yes. And what would that place be? Or the terminal in Petah Tikva.
Dope ass place.
Yes. Located right outside of Tel Aviv.
It was very cool. Very cool.
Beyond cool. And like they were amazing, the place is amazing, and your videographer guy did a great job. And not for nothing, there were 2 people behind the scenes shooting some pictures and video too who did a stellar job.
Yes, indeed.
Your little bro who just made an appearance.
Credit where credit is due. So Yama Mitai, you did a great job.
Actually, I think Yam's girlfriend did more prep work.
Yeah. She's a part of the crew, you know? She's part of the crew.
Just saying, because she was there, like, helping me out. Oh, he's like, what? Are you walking away a mile or an inch again? I don't know. Did you...
No. I've had, like, I had a knock on the door, so someone wants to join. You can be here.
I actually thought you were going to let Maya in.
Oh, no, she's busy.
Okay. But Maya.
She's got plans.
But we love Maya. Okay, so, but a huge shout out to the people at the terminal, your videographer. I mean, I also love that, like, you and Saul, your attire at times, I'm like, wait, you guys are in totally different countries, yet how are you, like, literally buying the same thing?
The vibe transcends borders. Vibes are beyond the material world you call countries.
Listen, mishpacha is mishpacha. It doesn't have to come from blood.
No, sometimes you gotta vibe.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do what the vibe demands.
Yes, and again, Maya and I walking behind the 2 of you. And I just looked at her and I was like, I birthed mine, but you chose that. She's like, I know.
I keep reminding her that. Yes.
As you mocked her for having snacks that we all very much appreciated that she had that day. Just saying.
You gotta stay strapping in those streets. That's all I have to say. That's my comment. You know, you gotta keep the strap at all times. Keep a snack on you. You know, you never know when a snack attack might happen, and you have to have one in the chamber.
Maya is like, she checks every box. Really, I mean, you are lucky, sir. Lucky.
Oh no, I know that. I am fully.
I know. I just like saying it, you know.
Anyways, yeah, if you want to survive out there in those streets, you have to keep a bomb on you. Yeah, you have to keep a snack tucked in. You know.
The mean streets of Central Tel Aviv.
You have to do it. You have no choice. You know. You gotta keep the strap at all times. You gotta stay packing. Okay.
And he means snack packing.
You have to pack the snack. Get ready to attack back when you want the snack, okay? Or else it's just whack. When you're feeling peckish, you gotta have that snack on you.
Excuse me. There it is again. The extensive vocabulary. Now,
you're gonna keep the snack on you. Anya, yes. I will share with the viewers that I was there to experience the very first time Anya tasted Bamba nougat, the nougat variation of Bamba, which is filled inside. Okay, so if you're watching this, you probably know Bamba. If you don't know Bamba,
what's your problem?
First version, the most popular snack in Israel, a peanut snack that
it's a peanut puff.
Because it's a peanut puff, and because it's so popular, scientists say that less people are allergic to peanuts in Israel because of the popularity of Bamba. So there's also a variation that's been hollowed out, and it's filled with nougat. So you have a crunchy, peanutty exterior with a sweet nougat center, which is a great analogy for people. Anyways, so I was there when Anya, you know, she geeked out about there being Bamba nougat. And she was like, ain't no way. And I was like, yeah.
You don't have it in the States.
Yeah,
you do now, but...
I don't think nougat can survive the shipment, you know what I mean? It's a volatile material. You know? It can go supernova. Anyway, so she's eating the Bamba nougat, and she's experiencing tranquility. You know, right there in the streets. And such an experience to see somebody tasting Bamba, which you grew up with, okay? I grew up with a world in which Bamba is a mainstay, like the sun and the moon and the Bamba, one of the elements of nature. And there comes a person who views this as a complete new experience. So refreshing to view, so refreshing to experience.
Just to clarify for our viewers, I ate Bamba all the time. I just did not know that there was a version of Bamba with nougat in it, with chocolate nougat, and I am a chocolate peanut butter freak, so I was super happy. And yes, as an adult eating something, which I guess is sort of a child snack, though, I did a spoof commercial for Bamba once, and I was like, it has a picture of the baby, and it says good for the whole family. And guess who else likes regular Bamba? Not the nougat kind, because they can't have it. Tova and Vic Schmitty both love Bamba. It really is a snack for the whole family. So Kol Kavod Bamba. But yes, that was the first time I had the nougat flavored Bamba. And yes, like a little girl on the streets in Tel Aviv, I was like, I thought you were gonna make the face I made. But
I still have that video on my phone somewhere. I gotta find it.
Oh my god, that's right, you did video me.
Yeah. I'll send it to you after we're done.
You know, that video is about as good as the video of when you and I first met, like almost 4 years ago, and you decided it would be really funny.
It was funny. Disclaimer.
You decided it would be really funny because we had spoken very, very briefly. Like Ellie and you were talking on the phone, setting it up, and then you were like, "Hi, yeah." that'll work, and that, or I think we were just texting, and so we hadn't had any sort of extensive conversation. And, you know, you start talking to me with your fake Israeli accent. And for those viewers who are so loyal that they're back in the day.
I don't know what you are מדברת about. I don't know. You speak, I don't understand. Very, very not good. Bad.
I speak English, don't worry.
I speak, but not must speak. You know?
Yeah, so anyway, that time where I was just like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to have to like totally subtitle this whole thing. But you know what? Not that that's not, obviously it's not how you sound, but if it was, don't worry, because now when we do the video podcast, it does come with a transcript and I can subtitle it.
Very good.
So
how very good? This good. Very not bad.
Oh my God.
You know, you stay.
Are you coming in? You want to compete?
Yes. Always
No,
good.
there's someone. Huh? Okay. You can see, like, you're not on camera if you're over here. I have a visitor, so anyway, we'll say hi after. So let's get back to like what is going on over there? Or
fine.
Oh, okay, all right, okay, just checking. So let's get back to like the meat of the issue, because I feel like the problem is we could like we could just, we're friends and we could talk for hours and just be goofy because even
no way.
What, ADHD me never
No sidetracked. I'm never.
I'll bite the bullet. It's never your fault. No.
I'm never sidetracking. I'm always
no. Yes. You're very to the point, or very to the point. But I don't want people to be confused and think that you are a stand-up comic, though you clearly could, you know, pivot.
I've heard it's a very tough profession.
Yes, but you're good. And you also But we are here to talk about your rap album and your rap albums and your music, period. And we started the podcast talking about the most recent video that you released for the single and
the album.
Yes, and then the album. But I want to talk about the video first and then the album. So again, the video we shot, you know, which by the way, guys, this entire process has been such a journey. The derech has been windy, to say the least, and bumpy. And not like construction bumpy, like
sinkhole bumpy.
Some sinkhole bumpy. Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to put that. You know, and it's up to you to share to what level, but we had originally had a date, and almost, what did we had? Like at least more than 6 months between the original film date, where we were supposed to film a different location, different date, to where we settled. So, you know, again, everyone that's been involved in that process, like, you know, I'm very grateful to those people who were like very accommodating to us, because, you know, that was a lot of stuff to move around, but we did, and it was well worth it. And I could not be more proud of you. I know you have 2 younger sisters, but I kind of look at you like my younger brother. And I was, I know, I'm not touching you.
Don't get distracted.
I know. Yeah. But it was like, I was just so proud of you. And it was nice to see everything really come together. And then also in the process of prepping for the video, you and Sally and I got to visit M&H Whiskey, which was super fun, because that was fun to do together. Hi, Ron. I love you, Ron.
Super fun. We'll definitely come back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ron, I already told Ron, I'm like, guess who's moving to Tel Aviv in August? I know. Guess who else I texted yesterday? I texted my buddy from Artsa Sushi, Alex. And I just wrote, guess who's moving to Tel Aviv? And he gave me a video message back.
Dun, dun, dun,
with his Ukrainian / Israeli / I don't know what accent.
Sushi maker.
Where else then in Israel can you have like this crazy Ukrainian guy who's owning and running a sushi restaurant? I'm not sure.
Well, it's a very diverse country.
It's a very diverse country. I like when you say it like that.
It is very diverse.
Speaking of diversity, or again, wow, major transition word there. So the video and the whole album, right? You featured, like, there were other rappers
30
in
people.
the video.
30 different people, all across the hip hop community in Israel. Some are rappers, men and women. Some are singers. Some are beatboxers. Some are.
What's our beatboxer? What's his name again?
There are two beatboxers featuring
Bearded man.
Yes, that's Yoav Zamir, and there's Alon Dabush, both of them featuring on the album for a track which is dedicated to the underground community and has beatboxers operating the beat instead of traditional producing.
Right.
There's also radio hosts, people who do radio shows in Hebrew from Israel that, they talk about hip hop, they deal with hip hop. So they're also a part, they either been sampled or actually doing a skit in the album.
Yeah.
And there's also Greg, my showrunner for the upcoming launch. There's a big show for the album
that you didn't wait until I got to Israel to have.
Missy, if I were to schedule my schedule around when you're here and when you're not, I would be sitting here, petting my dog and waiting. And although that sounds kind of heavenly, I don't have that pleasure. I've been waiting for this album long enough.
That's true. I know.
Flight. You FaceTime someone in the room.
Okay, well, then we're going to have to make sure that someone is able to do that so I can be there, because I cannot make the Aliyah process move along any faster. Nefesh B'Nefesh, please, I hope if you're listening, because I am documenting all of this for you. Like recently she's like, wait, these papers are missing. I'm like, no, they're not. Your person that inspects the papers already saw them, stamped them, and they're there, so I don't know what to tell you.
This is fun.
But making Aliyah is a test, right? Because people who are making Aliyah, generally speaking, unless they're young enough, are not going to serve in the IDF. Therefore, they need to take the pound of flesh. Can you handle the lack of customer service in Israel?
Can you handle the lack of customer service? Can you handle the too long lines? Can you handle people cutting you in line, which happens every time you blink? Okay. Can you handle? This is not a place for the faint of heart. It's not. It's not. People drive like crazy. Very nice, but drive like crazy.
They'll stop and help you if your car breaks down, but they're still going to drive like crazy and honk at you.
If your car is moving, they'll hate the shit out of you. But if your car is like stuck roadside, people will stop and help you, because it's like, oh no, what happened? And, somebody cut me, and somebody tried to cut in my lane, and then I lost control of the vehicle. Oh, that's horrible. It wasn't me, was it?
It wasn't just me that did that, right? But I think that whole idea of the mentality in this community and coming together is really, your album is a major testament to that, and it's a major homage to that. And I think that, Kola could vote on that. And I mean, again, I'm gonna go back to like just looking at the day we shot the video and the fact that you had so many people from the community show up to make to just like make sure that they got to be a part.
Well, the album doesn't only like feature a lot of people from the community, and it has a lot of people in it. All of the songs, conceptually, they're written about, they dive into the topic of being a part of something. That's the whole concept of the entire.
100%.
And certain songs look at it from a negative angle, from being alone, or when you're a part of things and everybody's going blindly towards something, And there are other songs that dive into how fun it is to belong somewhere, and to have backup, and to have a team, and to have a squad, And we really got to inspect this concept from several angles, and approach it differently in each song and in each,
Yeah.
Yam Amitai produced the entire album, and we really wanted each song to sound different from the others. Not only so we can bring different features to feature on it and to do their own thing on a track that suits them, but also for us to get this really wide point of view about the concept of the albums, because I didn't want it to feel, rigid and limited, and to tunnel vision on something. Like this should be a wide examination of belongingness, of belonging.
Bidyuk. Listen,
And
sit up when I tell you this. Sit up, sir. Sit up straight there. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Well, the visual testament of the video from that single is very clearly showing all of the things that you are, but rigid is not a word I would think when it comes to you. You are very malleable and going with the flow. And I think that is probably one of the reasons that you, on top of being a very talented rapper, I think one thing that you happen to just be very, very good at is, I'm trying to let you have it.
No, I'm letting you compliment me. I'm not chiming in.
with the Austin Powers, Dr.
yeah.
Evil, is the freestyling. Now, I'm also, since you're like enjoying all your compliments, Solomon, as you know, my son Solomon, your younger brother. Yeah, people, I know that doesn't make sense, but we're family, so just let it go. He's like, Or is the best. Now, feel free to clean this up if I'm not saying it correctly, but it's like, it's when you're kind of like, it's not like smooth with the beat. It's almost like an offbeat type thing.
Okay.
It's
it's a different approach to it, because Hebrew is much less rhythmic than English. Like English.
Oh, so then it would be so easy for you to start to transition into dropping an album in English. That's a great point, Or. So, guys, you heard it here first. Coming soon from Gorgi.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. English is much more. English is very influenced from the old Latin lingo and everything. It derives from there, So it sounds differently. It flows differently from word to word. Hebrew is kind of תקוע. מילה למילה אחרת זה קצת קשה לעבור, וממש רואים שלעבור ממילה למילה זה הרבה יותר קשה. Transitioning from each word to another word, it's less fluent. It's less smooth.
By the way, that is going to be garbage in the transcript.
It's a bumpy language. You have and and everywhere, and you have you don't have in English. צריך הרבה מהפיצה הזאת אם אנחנו רוצים לעשות עם זה משהו.
Bring up pizza. You guys don't understand pizza. Maybe like the second career in Israel, I'm going to open up an actual, like, real thin crust type pizza place in Tel Aviv and just.
Well, obviously we don't have the type of pizza you have, but we definitely give you a fair fight in burgers.
That's true. We have had some pretty solid burgers in Israel. And
Israel has good meat. We know our way around meat, and if take your mind out of the gutter, okay? Sometimes you just have to enjoy meat.
I love you so much.
Well, it is true. We also have a great vegan community, up and coming, very vegan aware, especially Tel Aviv. So if you don't enjoy your meat, you should go to Tel Aviv.
Are you sure that if you don't enjoy meat is the word you're looking for? I think it's a different phrase, but okay. Anyway, but I digress. No, but Or and I very selflessly make a point of eating together as much as possible so that we can talk about it here on the podcast. It is selfless It is research. We are doing this
science.
for you.
For science.
Yes.
We try it so you don't have to, or so you know to.
Right, exactly. We are doing the research. We're eating all of this ahead of time.
I'm out there sacrificing
for them.
My mental health. You know? I'm out here taking bullets, jumping on grenades.
Burger grenades.
Burger type grenades, yes. But like flies, fly-shaped bullets flying at me. All I see is ketchup now. It's all red. I did it for you.
That's right.
Watching. For
Not
you watching.
only is Or a musician, he selflessly is eating his way through Israel for you.
I do what I must.
You know what? Or next,
it is my calling.
Listen, once I'm settled, I'm gonna call Zahi, and we're gonna go with Zahi one time. You know Zahi, our friend, the food blogger in Israel, and so we're gonna go eat with him one time. That would be so fun.
Thailand recently on my honeymoon.
I know.
Okay? And I've eaten so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Are you still carrying the Thailand food with you?
So much food. I've eaten so much, and I've enjoyed every bit of it.
That's amazing.
Food is just something, man. I can't put my finger on it. Food is
like music. It's universal.
Yeah, it's an experience beyond the description.
Listen, you're unhappy, you eat. You're happy, you eat. You're unhappy, you listen to music. You're happy, you listen to music. See, it's the perfect marriage, it's the perfect marriage.
You gotta eat. Sometimes you gotta eat.
Sometimes you just gotta eat, and sometimes you just got a little l'chaim. Now this is water. It's nothing else.
Some l'chaim. You gotta handle your meat properly. I waited for you to take a big sip. Yeah. Okay.
Love you. Anyway, back to the album before I spit out water all over my equipment. So the video was like legit amazing. Plus, some of the behind the scenes stuff, and I love how it opens. I love how it ends. And I loved every minute of just. It was nice. Look, I've seen you perform. I've known you for, quite a few years at this point. But there was definitely, I know.
3 or 4. 3 or 4 years.
I know.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to 4.
4 years.
Yeah. So, but like to see, I think there was something different when you look. I mean, you listen to someone's music, you enjoy it. You see them perform live, you enjoy it. There's a different, but it's something similar.
A big difference.
Yeah, but then to be part of the music video process, and
it's very interesting. It's a very interesting process to go through making a video, because even if you don't, have, even if it's not okay. So videos, they can either tell a story that is not you singing, but something else being portrayed while the music
plays behind you,
Or you can, you can lip sync the music. You can actually sing in the video. And either way, there's a story being told visually. And it's got to match the energy of the song. It's got to match the message of the song. And producing a video, other than being extremely expensive, and you got to put it on the table. And and it's a logistic nightmare, because you have to take care of all these different variables for everything to come out just right. It's the best. It's the best.
It was amazing. And your actual blood sisters were both there. Yes. And that was amazing. And of your 2 sisters, the older of the 2, she was also she had jobs, and she executed those. So champ.
She's got that.
She's got that. Yeah. And I was like, you tell them. Yeah.
Yeah. She now she's a manager at the burger place. So she
perfect for you.
Yeah.
She's like, stay in line.
Yeah,
and then, by the way, just your younger sister, I feel like she all of a sudden just like became so mature from the last time I had seen her to the video, which was also. Yeah, like it was a really cool visual and overall experience. And again, I mean, it was so great. I'm so happy that happened. And then again, also kind of some of the people that were in the video I had seen perform either on your open mic, you know, when you guys are just like jamming together at Lincoln 19. Lincoln?
Yeah, fair.
Ah, that's right. I
Very
mean, I knew it was
good.
Lincoln because there's a picture of Abe Lincoln on the front, guys.
Yeah.
But also, like, there are some of the other people I had not met in person or had not seen. So that was nice to meet them, like Yoav, Mr. Beatboxer, Bearded. I'm going to call him Bearded Beatboxer, man. I don't know. That's his new nickname. Yoav, that's your new nickname.
We spoke today. I think he's going to like it.
Oh, good. All right. Well, Yoav, you're
He's
adorable.
also doing a great job raising awareness for everything happening with the wall.
I know, and he owes me a phone call, Yoav, because we are still trying to book something, Yoav.
So that's a good example of how the past year like impacted everybody here and artists specifically, you know?
Yeah.
Because the Yoav, this guy, okay, so he's a beatboxer, you know? And
Very talented beatboxer.
All of a sudden there's a war starting and he's now doing a lot of pro bono, how do you say, explanatory? How do you say?
He's doing hasbara. He's advocating.
Hasbara, yes. Do you have a word for hasbara in English?
No, because
Like,
what have I been doing for the past year?
Like,
Hasbara.
yeah. So he's speaking to people all over the world, telling them what's happening here, unfiltered, not burdened by news and exaggerations and articles and people shoving in their own agenda, and that's just one example. Out of the 30 people featuring on my album, each of them has been impacted a bit differently.
Yes. By the way, we keep calling it the album.
Potchim Shulchan. Potchim Shulchan translates to, I think, open a table. I don't know if there's
not like it's like it I would say like open table in the sense of like you're welcoming everyone to the table, right?
So when you have a lot of guests, right, and it's not your regular dinner table, it's
correct. It's a special, yes.
It's a special,
which is very well depicted pictorially for your album.
It's like more festive, and when you have a lot of guests, like features, you open a table in Israel. אתה פותח שולחן. You bring everything necessary to provide hospitality, which is very important here.
Oh my God, there's such hospitality there, but like we're not gonna like go on this path of like talking about all that right now because I want to stick to the album.
Yes.
But yes, and I'm very excited. So once I'm into the apartment settled, we're gonna have like an open apartment because we're having a little open house so that everyone can come and we can, maybe play all of Or's music. Just saying. Tova is here. She is over here on the side. She must have heard you, so she came to say hi.
What's up, Tova?
Oh, so there's a little. I think you might see her nose here, but maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. All right, Tov. So the album overall, I think is very. There's this little black nose. Is very special, and I really like it because again, one of the things I think when we first met and I started first kind of trying to bring this to everyone through the Zionist AF podcast and the rest of what I do is there's something very interesting to like, wait, what? Like I wouldn't have thought that about a lot of aspects of Israel, but music specifically, and just in like the underground rap world and hip hop world. Like there was one time that you guys were just, I don't know, was it just like your open mic gathering thing? And I came in with Ellie, and you had like someone who was rapping in French, someone who was rapping in Russian, someone who was rapping in English, Hebrew.
Is taking over Israel right now.
And just like, I don't know that I would have expected all of that. And I think that was like really cool. And even if people who are watching this don't speak Hebrew, hakol beseder, because music, you don't have to understand every word to kind of get the vibe. Like, that. So now Solomon has like multiple favorite songs of yours. because he's like, well, but I also like from the new album. But
I've made sure to name each song in English also.
I know, but Chayot B'Layla from
it's your favorite from the first album.
From the first album, it is our favorite. It is also Solomon's favorite, and he tries to do your part, but neither of us are like that good at rapping in Hebrew.
You
so
Duolingo harder though.
Right now, like we can both cover Ellie's part because he's singing.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier, and
the fun thing about hip hop in general, that it's a representation of a community. Okay, it's like that in America. It's like that everywhere you go. Hip hop is the best representation of actual culture, of community, and hip hop is recently taking over Israel by storm with all of these rappers popping up all over the country, and it's amazing to see. It's amazing to be a part of, and it's just there's almost nothing fake about it here.
So I want to talk about that for a second. Like it really is, I think, probably more it has penetrated more of Israel than I think the way that it has in the States.
Yes.
I mean, look, yes, Israel is a much smaller country. It's fits in New Jersey, 9 million plus people, whereas in the States, it's almost impossible to kind of equate it, but there are definitely pockets where you just wouldn't hear it, right? But there's places in Israel that you are going to hear it that you would have maybe thought, but no. And even like within the religious community, there are people who are, their words are different, but they are still, it's still that genre.
It's something that is beyond where you're from. It is about who you are and what do you have to say.
And I also, speaking of what do you have to say, Israel also has a lot of artists who, especially with everything that has gone on since October 7th, and I can't even believe it's not even past a year, or it's like more than a year and a half, and it's really crazy to think about in that sense. But, there are many artists in Israel who are like, well, bahas the fucking ha. If you don't want to listen to me, that's your problem. And they say what they want, and they have been advocating. And I will say also, not just in the hip hop community, but overall in the music community, the love and support for those who have been called back for miluim, for reserve. Like the artists have gone. My favorite person in the world, which is just overall artist in Israel, Avram Tal, performed, and many of the other artists have done many things, and it's not, we could, there's not enough time for us to spend talking about it, but one of the people in the hip-hop community that I have a lot of respect for, and this, and I even designed a specific jacket, which he should be getting soon, hopefully, is Subliminal.
Yes, and one of the OGs.
He is definitely an OG in a lot of ways. Everything from the album cover that he has of the hand holding the Magen David, gripping that, and it's and this is before everything that went down, but it's the hand, you can tell the hand's been through something, but it's still holding on to the to the Magen David, and it's just kind of holding. That was the inspiration for my tattoo. War
and struggle are not new here at all. It's not like we've invented it on October 7th. It's a sentiment that has been echoed from as soon as this country existed.
Yeah, listen, it's been a fight all along the way. Aval ma. We're still here.
When you don't have a choice, you continue to fight. I think you have Golda Meir's photo behind you next to Ben Gurion. Yeah.
By the way, I also have her up here with the cigarette, because you gotta have the iconic.
So Golda, she had this quote that we don't fight because we want to. We fight because if we don't, we simply stop to exist.
Right, and she also went on to say, if Israel's enemies laid down their weapons, we'd have peace. If Israel laid down their weapons, Israel would not exist.
I channel
Golda on the regular.
As simple as that, because I challenge whoever's listening and does not agree, I challenge you to think about one thing. You know, the attack on October 7th, it was unprovoked at the time that it happened. You can say that that's been history. You can say that it's been a struggle for both sides. And you know what? You'd be right about that. But on the day itself, when that massive attack happened, and people got slaughtered in a party, you know, young people my age, my
Raped.
sister was at that party.
Mutilated.
Murdered. And those people did nothing wrong. So I ask you, those people, not only did they lay down their arms, figuratively speaking, they didn't even have any arms to lay down.
But also,
they were slaughtered mercilessly. So I ask you, what do you have to say about that? I mean, anybody that's saying that, you know, it's self-defense.
It's not resistance. Fuck off. That's what I have to say to you. Because on top of that,
I punch you in your fucking face.
Or
yeah.
And in the kibbutzim, the monsters that went into, they were employed by those people. How do you think they knew who lived in what house, who had dogs, who had kids? Those fucking pieces of garbage who should go back to hell, and anything that ever happens to them is not enough.
So you can't say
nothing provoked.
You can't say that it's provoked. You know, you simply can't, because it wasn't.
No.
And
but guess what? We're still here, and we're still making music, and we're still living life, and we're still bringing light into the world. We're still bringing roads.
Last time I checked, I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, we still
Hell no. And you also were rocking a stellar war beard at one point. Until Maya decided the war beard took on its own life.
I've trimmed it down, but yes.
It did have its own life, or I'm not going to lie. That war beard was...
It's entirely different to live here ever since, because it's a different reality here right now. It's a lot more tense. A lot of things going internally inside of Israel, a lot of problems with the government and the public, and I can't really dive into that too much, because we'd sit here all day.
No, we're good. We can, but listen, and you know, the fact that we're talking about something heavy and then we're also laughing, like, that's the reality of Israel, guys. Like, no matter what is happening,
that's life for you, okay? That's life for you.
In the darkest of times, we will bring light. We are commanded to, and that is just who we are. And even in the good times, we remember that things are hard. We remember when we struggle. Like at a wedding, you broke a glass. When you got to stamp on that glass and crush that glass, when you got to marry Maya, which, by the way, I mean, you've made a lot of good decisions, but that's still the best decision you've ever made.
Hell yeah.
I like how you're like, yeah.
I'll do you one better. When Israel's Independence Day is the same, it's like 24 hours after it's National Memorial Day for soldiers and people who has been murdered by terrorists attack. So you have the evening, you have Memorial Day Eve. After that, it's Memorial Day. Yeah. And once it's no longer Memorial Day, that's Independence Day Eve. And after that is Independence Day. And these 2 days are tied together.
Yeah. It's like,
it's so symbolic.
It's so symbolic. And the unity that's like, and it doesn't matter what your politics are, like, everyone stops. And I've showed people videos or who have never been to Israel or don't know anything about it. And I think the best way to depict this for people to understand the significance and like the unity of the country is when the siren goes off to signify that, to show like one of the main highways, like specifically like, you know, coming into Tel Aviv where there's all the lanes, and everyone stop, like literally the cars stop and people get out of their cars.
Everybody stops. You stand for 1 minute and until the siren is over, the morning of Memorial Day. And everybody, no matter where you're from, you respect that. Respect it.
I even talking about it, or I have goosebumps, because even when I show people the video, because I really want people to understand, like the you know, the fact that it is a family, right? And you could be shouting at each other 1 minute, but then this happens and you understand, like, well,
Like
like
most families, yeah.
exactly. And then, you move on. And then from that like somber day where, like, I have friends who are commanders of units who go visit the families of those who they've lost, and
Yeah,
how, and I
it's a
know,
rough day. It's a
yeah,
rough
it's
day.
a rough day, but then to go and to be able to celebrate all that, that there is and all that there will be, right? Because again, it's like always looking to the light.
Yes.
I mean, your mom picked the best name for you, by the way. I mean, it's just because you are a light and a delight, because you are funny and you're always cracking jokes.
Look at you.
I know. I think
You're
I've been
not.
spending a lot of time with you. I think it's starting to
You're
rub
not.
off.
You're not really that light on the jokes either, huh? Yeah.
Where's Solly when all the punny stuff is going on?
Yeah.
But I am so much looking forward to all the things that are coming. And I know that you alluded to, look, this past year plus has definitely been a bumpy derech for everyone, but you personally even more so, and your family.
Yeah.
And I just think that how you've chosen to, like, continue to be light, to be like, you've literally represented your name the entire time. For
The way I see it, you don't have a choice. You don't. You obviously you do, but you don't. You can choose to get.
but no.
Yeah, you can choose to get squashed by grief. You can choose to drown in sadness, and it's very tempting. And it's fun. I guess that people that choose to, I can't really blame them, because it's a uphill battle. It's
And I
hard.
think it's a cycle too. I'm sure there are days where you guys are. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely
But
hard.
you have to believe that there is good, and you have to fight to find it, and that you deserve to be happy.
Yes.
And being happy is hard.
Yes.
It's not easy. Being happy is hard, but it's worth it. And there's nothing worth doing that is easy.
That's true. And I know that you are honoring her memory and everything that she wanted for you and your sisters by doing all of this. So I'm gonna try not to cry, but I how proud I am of you and everything that has happened this year.
My mom said, there's a sentence she said once that I really like. It's, this world does not need another person's shadow. It needs that each of us shine our own light. And I really like that sentence. I really like that quote of hers. And I mess with it heavy, because it's really been my mantra, and it's the way she raised me. And I'm doing what I'm doing. The show, of the upcoming show, the album, the next album that we're already working on.
I know.
Everything that's happening. You have to shine your own light.
Yeah.
And you can't live your life as somebody else's shadow, because the world doesn't need more shadows. It has more than enough.
Yeah, and recently there was a holiday, and I don't really know the name of it in Hebrew, but I was at Shabbat a couple weeks ago. It was like the first Friday of every month, so that's when they do the Chabad near me does sushi and shots. So the oneg is sushi and some l'chaim, or a lot of l'chaim usually. But the rabbi was talking about the perfect day of days type situation in English translation, and he's like, more or less, it's like honoring this idea of just taking a step if you don't know that the full staircase is there, and going all in no matter what, and just believing that you and everything around you will make it happen, and and Hashem is there. And he's like, does anyone here have an example of that? And then he looked at me and he smiled and he goes, well, Anya does. She's making Aliyah. And I'm like, yeah. And it's because, and I think, a true testament of look, people who don't understand Israel are always like, why are you moving to Israel? Isn't there like a war? I'm like, yeah, because there's like a war, and like a war will be forever.
It's been like a war ever since we started here. My guy, we really don't know what it's like when there's no like a war. Right now, it's the warmest it's been for a long time. But there's also okay. Think of it like a soup. Okay, sometimes there's a small flame, a small roll. Low heat really let the taste
It's
marinate.
just simmering.
It's simmering, it's marinating. Sometimes there's a large flame and it's really warring outside. And at times like that, it's really hot. You can taste the soup. It's burning away all of the. Yeah. Either way, so soup, great analogy.
Yeah. See, since you're impressing everyone with your English, I have to bring props.
Yes, we prop him. We out here.
Can we? So, I want people to know. I mean, obviously, we're gonna put all the links down. And I am frustrated still. Sometimes it is hard, and I have to keep inputting your name, and sometimes in Hebrew, sometimes in English, to bring all your stuff up on like YouTube Music. So YouTube Music, WTF? Can you please get the algorithms right for Gorgi? But that being said, we're gonna put the links so that everyone can get access to the past albums,
yes,
the current album.
Hell yeah!
And we're gonna have your Instagram so everyone can follow, because you have like these hilarious little bits where you're like in the street.
I'm in Bit City,
And also, or I very much appreciate when you are like truly wholeheartedly representing in the wife beater tank top when you're out and about.
Yeah. The way I like to call it, getting your ass whooped by your wife tank top.
I like it.
If you're watching us from Israel, okay? If you're watching this from Israel, the next month is June. Yes, June 19th is the launch show for Potchim Shulchan for the new album. It's gonna be in Tel Aviv. It's gonna be awesome. Okay.
Eiffel Tel Aviv, by the way, just so I know what I'm missing.
It's a place called the Tmuna. It's usually a theater, and they converted it. Musical shows, yeah. And cool. We're doing a whole thing. There's gonna be what's it called? Damn it. The background for a show. What's it called? Like a tafora?
Like the video?
No. What's
the
it
stage,
called?
Like the stage.
A stage has decorations.
Yeah.
So we're having a lot of decorations. We have a lot of decor. We're making the place really snazzy.
Okay, so someone's job, because this, okay, someone's job is to record this for me or live stream it so I can see it. And I don't care what time it is. I will be awake if someone will live stream it for me. So perhaps one of your sisters, I don't know. Let's assign someone this job.
Maybe we'll live stream it on Instagram. You should definitely know.
Okay, well, we'll talk more about that. And right before the show, we'll have you come on for a little mini podcast just to like update and make sure that everyone, if they still can get tickets, if they're in Israel. There's a way to do a Zoom, by the way, and let people watch, and you can. Well, I'll talk to you about that later, but you can do that, because I did that for one of the benefits that we did, right after the 7th.
People out here zooming.
We're been zoom. Isn't that's like something to one of the, and a zoom, and I don't know, anyway. Oh yeah, just shake your rump. Anyway, so I hope that people are able to go to the show or see clips of the show or whatever it is. They should definitely check out the album. Like I said before, like all the links, and I'm sure that you've been posting, new things. And if people don't understand, guys, Or is very accessible. And obviously, as you hear, his English is almost like it's his, first language. When the Israelis like, don't worry, I speak English. No, Or actually speaks English. And he is a debate coach and teacher. So that is why he happens to be quite the linguist, which helps him with his rapping. And of course, the upcoming song that he is going to be making soon in English that he announced earlier on the podcast, exclusive on Zionist AF.
Of course, yes. This
you had to know I was going to do one sneaky thing.
Used against me so hard. I can already tell.
But don't forget, when you threw your little fake hissy fit about a mile or an inch, you also did a freestyle in English, and that was just so cool. So I'm just saying, it's not, you don't have to withhold from the people. Let them know.
Well,
let them see the light.
I thank you for picking my brain, and we've got this. We've got this big show coming. Stay tuned.
I can't believe you I don't even want to know.
I have a brain lying around. Yes, definitely. You can't
brains to spare.
You can't outprop me, lady. I have a lot of things.
Fine. That being said.
Yes.
You know what I have to say to anyone who doesn't just doesn't understand? Sit up again, because we need to see the fantastic shirt that you can all purchase on Zionist AF shop. Bahatz fucking cha. Once on the front, 6 times on the back. Kacha b'Shabbat ani lo omeret bahatz fucking cha. I need to rest on Shabbos from telling you what a fucking idiot you are.
I'll tell you. You're an idiot. Stop that.
Being said.
Stop that.
I know. Listen, or
That's
I couldn't.
tomfoolery. That's enough. You've had enough.
The fact that he says tomfoolery, guys. I mean, come on. So listen, if you just want to be entertained by Or, if you're not already following him on social media, lama lo. Seriously, what's wrong with you? And all those links are going to be put up here, just in the event that possibly, or maybe with the algorithms they've fallen off. You've fallen off their stream, their feed, whatever. Kolba said it's okay. Go back and find him. Let's get it back on.
You should definitely follow.
Well,
You should definitely do
the
that.
link right in the description.
Is the description below me right now when they're watching it?
No, it will be. It will be.
Here? It's here? You go down there, and you click whatever it is you need to click. I'm telling you, it's a great album. I'm not just saying that. It's good music.
And we're going to put up the links so they can follow you, your channel, and they can hear all of your music. We want them to hear all of your music, not just the current album.
Yes.
And perhaps any hints or show specials. Also, one of your buddies is going to be coming on the podcast next week.
Which one?
I'm going to go like this.
Oh, yeah. That's that. He'll tell you that the wrestling in Israel has gotten a lot of steam right now. And my boy Shai Blanco, he's launching his album next week.
Oh, well, you know why? I happen to know that because he's coming on the podcast to talk about it. But I just love, because he's just again, it's just the diversity of looking at all of you. Shai is just this big old ginger man who just not a gingerbread man, but he's
No, he's a giant ass leprechaun ready to stomp you out. He's ready to RKO you out of your soul.
Yeah, not to be confused with the other wrestler Sheamus, who also is a ginger. But no, Shai also wrestled in the WWE. Which I still I just can't get enough of that. I just can't. I just love it.
Right now, there's a big wrestling.
I know. We're talking about that and the album.
A new promotion.
Listen, diversity.
I'll not take it from it, but it's good. It's good.
Diversity.
Yeah.
And I love that all of you guys have all these other things going on in your lives, which I think makes your music even better. And a big shout out to the two of you specifically, because as you know, at the crack of dawn, when you were throwing so much shade in my direction about hiking Mitzada, and you're all like, you can't do it. And I was like, yes, I can. So I indeed sent you the video, which my son is still mortified that I made him do this. But I had him tape me walking when I was just almost up at the top, because that was
It could have been AI. I don't know.
No, that sweat is still with me and in my clothes.
Yeah.
It's not AI.
We
But
call
I
it
used that
birth
song.
rate. Yes.
I used that song, and the birth rate group that was like just ahead of us, like they stopped and turned around, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going."
Oh yeah, good for you.
Because sometimes you just need a little motivation. Just a little. Plus, I also wanted to prove you wrong.
Well, I wouldn't say wrong. I was saying, skeptical, and rightfully so.
Oh, as you, the mustache.
Yeah.
That was very Dr. Evil-y of you. Or is not a villain. He is the farthest thing from a villain. You literally encompass your name. And I am
try
so.
my best. I really do try my best.
I am so very excited to, in just a few months, me spar, to be living, so close to you guys and, be able to, say to you and Maya, hey, you want to come over for dinner or something? And then that just happened. And it's not like we're sitting and eating dinner through the screen. We're sitting and eating dinner together.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to try really, really hard to not be overwhelmed by the bus system in Tel Aviv. I'm going to try to make sense of it at some point. But you know me, I'm a speed walker.
I've got one word to tell you. Behatzla fucking ha.
Exactly. This is why I walk everywhere, guys. I mean, yes, there's the Move It app, and it's supposed to tell you where you are and everything, but I don't know. It just baffles me. Not the long distance bus. That's super easy. You could take the bus down to Eilat, the bus down to Yamamel. That's easy peasy.
Wait. There's a brand new light train you have to get used to now.
I know, but I'm okay on the light train in Jerusalem, so I feel like that should be a smooth transition. Though the last time in Israel when my card, it wasn't reading and the guy pulled me off the train and tried to yell at me, and even though I understood everything he said, joke's on you, a-hole, I just kept saying, I'm sorry. You are yelling. I don't understand you. If you understand English, I'm trying to tell you I don't understand what the problem is. And I had my press pass and my passport, and he demanded to see it all. And he was just on a power trip, dude. And I was like, get over yourself. So,
it is.
Sometimes you got to have a little shit that goes on in all of the light, because not everyone is a good person, and that's okay.
Sometimes you got to pack a snack.
Maybe if I had a snack and offered him a snack, maybe he was just hangry. Good point. Thank you, Or.
Enough said.
Yeah. So, hey, jerky guy that rides the train in Tel Aviv to yell at people, maybe you should pack a snack. And then you wouldn't be so hangry.
You should definitely snack.
Yeah. But whatever. I was like, it's okay. So I will get on top of that. I will try my hardest with the bus, but I do like walking, and it's great, and it'll be fine. So on that note, I'm still a little upset about the fact that I'm missing the next show, but I was at the last show, so I mean that was good. I was at the last Tel Aviv show, the big Tel Aviv show, which was amazing. And you know who was there with me? Our friend Peter Kurtz from Team Israel Baseball. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. I do love that song. No matter what, it makes me happy. And Solly's at a baseball game now. He's watching the Yale play. So you'll see Solly in a few months with the Masah program. He's going to be interning. It might be I know he's already by the way, every time we're somewhere in a store and he sees something, he's like, that's like an Or thing. He's just all about, and he has that shirt that he thought was the homage to Or style, which he was very proud of. So, you are light, you are making really great music, but you're also bringing people. I mean, you make me laugh all the time, and I'm so happy that, we're mishpacha. We've got a little friendship going, but you're family, and I'm so grateful for the light that you bring to me, and I'm so proud of you with this album, with all the albums, and also what you are working on. And I just want to tease people a little bit with that before we go. There is some significant stuff that you were working on even before the last album was finished, you kind of you were like double time creating.
I am a pretty restless guy, and it's been a tough year or two, and that stuff, it comes out of you as art and as music and as texts that you write and verses that you write, and grief doesn't change you; it just unveils
other
who
parts.
you are. Yeah, it unveils new parts.
Yeah, and you can honor and pay tribute to people through what you're creating, and you definitely have done that. And we're not going to say any more because it's not ready yet for everyone to hear.
It is going to take much less time than the second album took. Second album took like 3 years to produce.
But don't forget, it was just like it was a lot of worry. Right? It was also a lot of worry versus a little worry.
Next album's gonna come out in a very short time. I hope.
So guys, also, we will let you know that because we're gonna put the links to all of Or's social media, anything that happens to pop off, once you make sure you click and follow him, you'll be able to see all the other things. Like perhaps if he is, doing another show or on a TV show or a radio show or whatever it is, we're going to make sure that we provide access to those links. And of course, guys, that you're always welcome to message me directly if you're having any trouble getting a hold of him, or finding his music, even though we're going to put all the links. Sometimes algorithms are weird. And Mark Zuckerberg, if you could just stop being such a self-hating person for long enough to do the right thing and really step into the light. I mean, I feel like he's trying. I feel like he's walking towards it and he's trying to be in it, but he's not fully there yet.
Machines be machining. Just the way it is.
So, and on that note, I know I'm probably going to be put in Instagram jail again, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But guys, if you also want that amazing shirt that Or is wearing, Bahat's the fucking Cha, I'm not saying Bahat's the fucking Cha to finding it. No, you just simply have to go to the www.zionistaf.shop, and there it is. And again, all the proceeds, guys, are going to benefit causes in Israel, and we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. And the Zionist AF shop was very lucky. We were able to create shirts for the C-Teen, Sally's C-Teen local group. Thank you to my friend Hillary and Habai to Israel, who sponsored those shirts for the kids in his group, which were really lovely. I can't wait to see by live stream the performance. I think I might have to add a little bit of maybe the from the latest album. Maybe we'll talk after and we'll figure out what little clips we can add into this, because I feel like I don't know. There's something about the intro and the ending to the song where we had the video that I just love so much, and it's just I don't know. It just kind of gets you refocused. Does that make sense? I'm yeah, because then it's like a stop beat, and then it's da 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 da, and then I don't know. It refocuses me or something.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Needs ADHD medication. Just listen to Or's music over and over.
I've got you covered.
Pharmaceutical industry, be warned. On that note, on behalf of Golda and Mr. Ben-Gurion behind me,
thank you
and
for
of course
having me.
Tova and Vic Schmitty, and of course Solly, who is MIA. He is at the baseball game.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. Stay strong, or so much love. Please hug Maya for me. And of course the doggy. I don't know where he went. If he's left,
he's on tour.
He left the room. Oh, he's on tour. He's on tour of the apartment. Yes. Well, let him know I was like, "What's up?" And I hope he can come over for a play date with the dogs. He will absolutely terrify Tova and Vic. They're terrified of small dogs, so he will run the apartment if you want to bring him.
Awesome.
It will be hilarious. Perhaps we'll film it and put it up for everyone to see. Your tiny little dog chasing my 2 giant dogs around the apartment.
He is a small tyrant.
Well, he does tell you what's what from time to time, so I believe that to be true.
That's how he rolls.
All right, guys. Again, yes, this is Or Georgie, but when you are looking for his music, though, we will have the links. It is just Georgie.
Gorgi.
Just that good. Correct.
Yes.
He is just that good, much like Cher, Madonna. He does not need 2 names. Prince. Just saying. Iconic people. you know him now before everyone else. Lifnei, everyone else is seeing him. So, or, you know, I love you. Say hi to everyone that you're seeing. You know, Maya first, your sisters. That's a close, like, tied first. And everyone else, you know, Shai and Yam and bearded beatboxing man, because that's now.
And good luck with Alia.
Thank you. I was like unfeathered during the process, slightly frustrated. But when the two people that inspect your papers went on break at the same time with no notice whatsoever and no information about when they'd be back, and everyone was freaking out, I was like, get used to it.
That's classic us.
Right? But it's a test, or it's a test.
It really is.
And I was like, I will pass that test. I am okay. Because I understand that things don't make sense. And I'm going to let it go.
They don't have to.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I might have a mild breakdown when I'm trying to open a bank account in Israel, because I have never been successful to do that. And if I ever do end up owning a car, or I hope Maya will be fine with this, but you will be my official spokesperson when dealing with mechanics.
That's la fucking ha.
Exactly. Exactly. Or I love you so much. I can't wait to see you. Sally is so excited, by the way.
Thank you.
Guys, you have to check out his music. We're going to be playing it. It will probably be in the background of a post when we tease all of this, but I'm going to edit this stuff up now because I want people to be able to see it like pronto.
For shizzle.
Like Machar, baby.
Hell yeah.
Or take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Listen, find a good place that we're going to eat. You know, that you and Sally are going to like, you know, manja.
The fact that you think it's just one place offends me.
Oh, no, not at all. I just said the first place.
You have a good night.
You know what? Drop the mic. That's it. I'm out. Thank you, as always, Zionist AF family. Thank you for supporting the shop. Thank you for supporting our musicians. Thank you for supporting our nonprofit causes. And Bahat's the fucking call to any of the haters out there.
Oh, yeah. Have a good night.